SAMSON DAUDA, one of the favorite bodybuilders for this Arnold Classic 2024, recently posted an update on his Instagram commenting that he injured his hamstring. First time posing since the hamstring injury 2 days ago, is what he wrote in the caption. So when you are watching this, approximately a week ago, Samson injured his hamstring. This injury doesn't seem as serious as Nick Walker's tear, where there was even bleeding and swelling, you know. It doesn't appear excessively severe, seems more like some sort of strain, some kind of fiber tear at most, yet don't see any noticeable aftermath, at least in this posing I'm showing you, which is recent. After all, this is elite bodybuilding. It must be said that Samson is a guy who trains very smartly, and in fact, his volume and intensity of workouts, especially in legs, are quite low. He's a bodybuilder who doesn't push too hard and doesn't need to train the lower body too much. Nevertheless, for some reason, he must have injured himself during some exercise. It seems he might have been jealous of Nick Walker and said, "Oh yeah, well me too." This might complicate his preparation a bit, not being able to train legs as intensely this week and having to be very careful so it doesn't worsen. Because you know Samson is going to the Arnold Classic and he's one of those most likely to win it, or, at the very least, secure second place. He'll also have to face Hadi Choopan, the 2022 Mr. Olympia winner, who has realized he needs to do whatever it takes to grab attention, to show himself more to the world and demonstrate he can be a better ambassador for bodybuilding. Hadi wins an Olympia, makes a fortune, gets hyped, and then disappears for the whole year until it's time to compete again. And we know that to be a Mr. Olympia, you don't just need to have the best physique, you also need an image. And I think Hadi has turned this around. I suppose he must have talked to Hani Rambod, and they've concluded he needs to show more and be more media-friendly, so to speak. He's constantly posting on his Instagram, and now he's competing in the Arnold. So, SAMSON DAUDA, last year's Arnold Classic champion. In 2024, he'll have a tough time against Hadi. Hadi already placed ahead of him in the Olympia, but let me tell you something. Samson is a guy who keeps growing and improving. A guy who has reached 150 kilo or 330 pounds in bulk with decent condition, who I suppose will be around 135 kilos or 297 pounds or so on stage. He's a tall bodybuilder with a very good structure that judges love, and the judges have shown that they don't care if you come in soft with thick skin. They can put you in third place or even ahead of Nick Walker or anyone drier than him, just for that structure and massive size. The judges at the Olympia told him he needed to improve his back, that he needed more width especially, although overall more density too, more of everything, more back if he want to compete with the monstrous backs ahead in the top of Derek or Hadi. We currently have a top 1 and 2 with exceptionally developed backs compared to their other muscle groups. The judges said he's God and he doesn't need more muscle. The size he has is already incredible. I don't agree with this. I believe in open bodybuilding, more mass, more size is better, and if you weigh 200 kilo, even better, as long as you maintain a certain aesthetic and come in lean, of course. And that's Samson's problem. I think Samson will never be able to beat Hadi in the Arnold Classic unless he comes incredibly lean and brings the best conditioning to date. If Samson comes shredded to the bone with that structure and muscle mass he has, I think he can give Hadi a run for his money. He could potentially place ahead, but unfortunately, I don't have much faith in Samson. I like him a lot, but let's face it, his conditioning usually lags a few steps behind the best bodybuilders we currently have in the Mr. Olympia. And let's not even talk about those from before. What's up with today's bodybuilders? Why such thick skins? Why so watery? Why aren't they as full and ready to explode? It's something I wonder about. Still, Samson is one of my favorites. I love his physique, that structure, those abs, that particular aesthetic, those rounded muscles. I think he will place second, and there's a slight possibility he might take first, but we'll see. I just hope this injury doesn't worsen, doesn't escalate, and he can train his legs enough to maintain, keep improving, and it doesn't affect his overall preparation. I'll keep you informed about what's happening with the Nigerian lion. We're getting closer to the Arnold Classic. Don't worry, since there won't be a lack of content. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video.